Good afternoon. Welcome back to Coastal Resin and Glitter. Today we are going to do one of the IntoResin molds. I believe this is the little jar with a flower on it. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And then we're also going to do this mold I've had for a while. It's just a jar, a soap dispenser. I've had it for a while and haven't done anything with it, so today we're going to do that using some of the fluid inks from Laura's Art Corner. I've got Sweet Cherry and Peacock that I'm going to use. I don't have any idea what they're going to be like. I understand they're pretty intense, so we'll go with that. I have no idea how much these hold. I didn't take the time last night to take them in and use alcohol in them. I had a stacker set that I was going to do, but it still had a little bit of moisture in it, so I'll have to do that later. So anyway, I am going to go get Let's Resins 1-to-1 stirred and ready to go, and then I will be back. Okay, I am back. I ended up doing, according to this cup, it was 16 ounces. According to my scale, it's 19 ounces, or 18 ounces. No, I'm sorry. This says 18 ounces, 16 ounces. Yeah, according to my scale, it says 18 ounces. So, this is a guessing game. And again, what you want to do is make sure that even though it's been through the mixer, I mix for about 5-6 minutes, is to make sure that you stir this well, because the mixer does not get the sides or the bottom. You can't set it down there, and I really should put this on paper so I can just turn it around, shouldn't I? Make it a whole lot easier. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix what I want for the rose. I'm not sure. It's not rose. I think it's a poinsettia actually on the jar. I'm going to mix that first to do because I want to put some gold in the coloring for here, and then I've got a couple of just little extras if I have extra. This will be an interesting thing is if I don't have any extra. So I'm going to put, and you guys that have done this are probably screaming at me as to how many ounces are in that base, because they have a tendency to sometimes not hold what it looks like it might hold, but I hate to be too short too. So I'm going to put 8 in each one of these cups, color 1 at this point, only because, and before I put it in the vacuum chamber, only because I've got these little, look at these, this is a little tiny vase. Can you see it? Little tiny vases. I got, I don't know, 4 or 6 of them. I don't know where the other one is right this minute. I just got them, and I want to do one of those little vases, and I think I want to do it first in just crystal. Those are so adorable. I have no idea what they're good for. Maybe on a keychain, key ring, whatever, but no, the thing of it is, who actually uses a key ring anymore? I mean, I do, because my car is 2015 or 16, but most of the new cars have the push button. And, let's see, this is grams. So, how many grams is this? Or mLs, I should say. It is, see, it is, say 450, it's a little bit more than 450. So if I put 225 in here, that should be enough, I hope, for that, and I'm just using my mixing cup for clear. I really am trying to keep it. I didn't get to 200 even. That's 200, a little bit more. Not quite 250. Boy, I hope that's enough. There's nothing worse than having to add to what you've already poured. I'm going to have to bring in my other spatula that are somewhere in the house. My grandson and son, they come out and I say something about what they've left laying around, and they look around and say, "Really? Take a look at what you got." I am trying to empty the dining room table. I got myself off of Temu a little desk that I actually ended up putting together. It's not a desk. Well, it's a laptop thing, but it has two little shelves underneath it. You know, everything from Temu is a whole lot smaller than the picture looks, because those people are tiny, tiny, tiny. But it works. It fits in a space that I needed to have to fit. So I'm trying to get things away from the dining room table. Okay, so this is good for right now, and if I need to pour more, we'll just get more. Okay, so what am I going to do? Oh, gee, I wanted two different colors, didn't I? Okay, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put, because I can always I can add the gold afterwards. That's fine. My brain needs to get in gear here, guys. Okay, so I'm going to we'll do a peacock, and I'm going to just do one drop. Everybody that I see using this stuff, it's very intense. I have not used it, and I was right. Laura is the only one in the United States that has the ability to sell these. There's one drop of peacock in there. That's a pretty, pretty, pretty blue. And let's get the blue off with a pin. I don't know if this needs to, I can't tell whether it actually is blocked or not. And one drop. Sorry guys, my allergies just kick up like crazy for some reason. You know, here in Florida, you guys up north think we're wimps. It's probably in the, I don't know what it is today, maybe in the 60s. And, you know, the heater goes on. And I'm from Michigan, so I know everybody up there is just laughing that you don't remember what cold is. Well, I do remember what cold is. That's why I'm here. And get this all mixed, and then we'll go in, and I think I'm going to do, I want it to be kind of crystally, but I'm not sure I want it to be that light. Gosh. And let's see what this one's going to look like. I'm liking the big sticks I've got, but I've got so many of these regular size I don't want to just not use. Gosh, Gloria, I don't know. I do want to be kind of like on the crystal side with a pale kind of like the old days. My grandmother used to, grandma on the farm had some green dishes that were very pale, you know, the old Depression style. They were crystal and they were green, but okay, I'm going to do one more drop. Probably going to regret this because I do want it to be kind of pale, but lesson learned. Oh, we had a boom. Maybe there was a rocket going off. That was a quiet rocket if there was. That would have been that was a sonic boom. Okay, I think I like this better. And we'll stir this one up, and then I'm going to get this in the pressure pot, and I will be back. Okay, I am back. Okay, what I'm going to do... Okay, I am back. Okay, what I'm going to do is pour just the blue into the Let's Resins little jar. Now the question is, do I want a little bit of sparkle in it, or is there, see, it has some crystal in it, or has some cut, like the old-fashioned crystal was. So there's cuts in it, but it isn't sparkly. So does it ever hurt to have a little bit of sparkle? If it doesn't show, it doesn't show. No big deal. I'm going to put some of the crushed unicorn art crushed crystal in it, just a little, and I don't mind if it's if I have extra. I don't have any idea of what if it's going to take all of this, or if it's going to end up needing some of the red. And if it does, then I'll just kind of squish it around, do the crazy experiment girl thing. I also have some news. I've been accepted into the collaboration of Coaster on Wednesdays. The Coaster Wednesday Coaster Wednesday. So I am going to do that, and actually it's going to give me the opportunity, because that'll be able to do a shorter video on that, just so I can get used to it. And because I'm gonna try to do something I've tried only twice and I've not succeeded yet, but I'm gonna try it, and I'll show what I did with a coaster over Christmas on there. But it'll give me the opportunity to do a little bit of experimenting with the editing on my YouTube channel. You know, all that stuff is so new to me, and no one I know personally no one that has. That took, this was about 4 ounces in here, so that took about 3.5 ounces, and I don't have any idea. This is one of the hand cuts, and I'm told you don't dome hand cuts. Is that true? I don't know. Lesson, another one of the lessons to be learned today. It is right to the cut line, and I think that's where we're supposed to only go to, is to the cut line. And I know somebody's probably hollering, no, go further, or yes, you're right. But obviously I don't. I can't hear you. Where's my little cleanup tool? Come on. My sidekick is at Joe's club. He knows where everything's at. When I can't find it, he knows where to find things. So I'll use this. I should cut this down so that it got a clean one the other day, remember? Okay, so that only took 4 ounces. So that's good to know. That'll be a few bubbles are still coming up. Okay. And there are a few tiny, they're probably coming off the side that I have no control over what happens on the sides. Because there is that flower. I'm pretty sure it's a poinsettia flower. Okay, so now we're going to do this. And I only have a tiny bit of blue left. Gosh. You know what? I got a pipette. I'm going to squirt it down into this little vase, which obviously won't take it all, but it'll take, yeah, no, and I know better. Gloria, cut the end off. Doesn't do any good. The little tiny ends of it, that just flew somewhere. Oh well. I figured this would be the easiest way to fill these because I can get it. Who knows if it's, I don't have any idea if it's, oh, see, a bubble came up. So squishy, squishy, I guess. Yeah, I see several little bubbles on the side that we want to get rid of. Okay, come on. What are we? We're being stubborn here. The bubbles are being stubborn. This has got a flat side, so it kind of helps to bring them up. Okay, I think I got it. So let's put a little bit more into it. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, that's that one. And I really, I don't want to mix just that tiny bit of red. And I know I've got another one of these somewhere. This one I just got off of Temu, but I know I got one from Michelle also. I'll have to locate. Don't know if this is going to fill it up. We'll see. It'd be kind of a boring blue butterfly. Just trying to clean off the edges here so I can squeeze it, squish it around. You need to get into the little tiny, the points of the butterfly. And then we'll pour some more. Come on. Come on, don't. It's chilly. And I keep my resins in the wintertime. They've been on seed mats for a while now. And I have it set a little bit higher than halfway, so they are warm whenever I do get out here. And this isn't my clean one, but it works. Okay, let me put a little bit more on here, then we'll move this to the back. Sorry, you guys. I know that I've got the camera lowered so that I can see it a little bit easier. Not the camera, I'm using it as a camera, the iPhone. And I hope that, I'm finding I don't talk loud enough. I didn't realize I was that low of a talker. So I've got to figure out, I've got to remember to speak up, so that everybody can hear me rather than mumbling. Yeah, I have no idea what, if it's with the coasting on Wednesday collaboration, if it's just a coaster, no matter what we do with it, I guess is all right. Okay, so it's going to be whatever it's going to be. I'm going to set that back there because I will be turning the heat mat on at some point. Now, what else do I have that I could put a little bit of blue in? Oops, poinsettias aren't blue. Neither are sunflowers. Let's see, what do I got here? This is a rose. Oh, this is a, I think, no, that I don't have enough for that. I probably don't even have enough for this rose, but we'll see. It is getting sticky. I got to get going on the red. Otherwise, I'm going to have an issue. Okay. I have got so many pieces of jewelry in the house that I've got to finish. Got a few things posted on eBay. Only thing is, I don't know how to find my eBay link to link it. I got to go back on the computer and sit there for a little bit longer and figure that out. Okay. I think that this is as good as it's going to get, guys, for this rose. Okay, and I'm going to clean this out later on. I clean the plastic ones out a couple of times before I do anything with them, and that I will throw away. All right, so now let's see how much this takes. And this has a lid that the pumper part goes down on. And I've got this gold that, we all get with, I don't want a ton of it, but I don't want to touch this either because I've done that before. I've touched it with my gloves, and that is a big no-no. There isn't actually that much there. What the heck? It's gone. I like to use these. I put little seed beads in them when the container is, oh, this is getting really warm. And here I am gonna mix up more bubbles. This is not the smartest thing on earth. Should have done this a while ago. Oh well. I've got that Hello Kitty I've got to get the last coat on. I'll probably do that later, and then I'll show you that when I come out to unmold these things, because I'll leave this set for, everybody says leave it set for about an hour. I used to just turn it on, but I guess if you leave it set for a while, I'll see, and I'm gonna get some big chunks. I don't want big chunks. Come on, break up. Break up. Lesson learned. Do this before you put it in the, see, it's still, gosh, it's being a little stubborn bugger, isn't it? I don't want big chunks. And I'm gonna put a little bit of crystal in here because this is just plain. Got time. Heavens, if it freezes up in the cup, it freezes up in the cup. And that might be too much crystal, but can we ever have too much crystal, guys? Really, realistically. We can have too much bubbles, but the crystals now will hide some of the bubbles, right? Okay, so let's go back at this and see. This actually takes more than the IntoResin Mold took. Look at that. I'm going to have to make a couple more ounces. And this was two drops of the cherry red. So that's not hard to, okay. So I'm going to go mix myself up, probably 4 ounces, because then I'll top the top of the Hello Kitty. Oh, that probably is going to take more than 2 ounces. Look at this. Okay. I don't know where my good spatula is right now. Ryan's going to be upset because I come out here while he was at Joe's. He likes to come out here and help and see what's going on. I got him some of that diamond art stuff to do. Oh gosh, probably almost a year ago. He was supposed to get some done for Christmas. He got 4 done for Christmas for gifts for the staff at Joe's. So they got some of my stuff. Okay, so I'm gonna leave. I gotta get just a tad bit more, which I will probably end up just putting, oh no, I got to do the lid. So I have to do a couple ounces of the red to finish this off and to finish the lid off. And I'll have to dig out some, these black gloves that I got from Temu, they split all the time. It's kind of crazy. It's like they must be old. I don't know. Okay, so let me go get some more resin. I'm going to put you on hold and I will be back again. I'm back. I ended up doing, I think it's 5 ounces. According to this, it's probably, well, it's 150 mLs. 30 is 1, so whatever that is. I guess that's 5 ounces. I would just see what touching, and these are clean gloves. I put clean ones on. Hasn't touched anything. That gold just will stick to everything. Okay, so I'm going to do, including the jar, is put a little bit in here. Obviously, I don't need much. I only put 1 drop in here because I figured 1 drop is probably going to be enough. And, you know, I probably don't. I have no idea what the remainder of that Hello Kitty is going to do. And I figured as long as I had to mix more up, I might just as well get that mixed up. And I put the 1 drop of wild cherry. It's Fluids Resin Ink is what it's called. And I put it in the bottom of the container and it kind of soaked into it. Oh well, it'll do. And hopefully, oh my gosh, hopefully this is enough. I don't know if that's going to be enough for what I'll put a little bit more in. If I have to do another layer of white on Hello Kitty, oh well. I'll do what I gotta do. They'll be here in 3 weeks, so it'll have time to age before they get here. The other one is well aged. That was done months ago. Okay, I'm gonna go put this in the vacuum chamber, and I'll be back again. Like practicing, turn you guys off and on. All right, I'm back. So I'm going to put the clear into what I'm going to use for Hello Kitty. I put some of this blend of, it's a Party Blend Glitter, a Snowy Surprise. I had just a little bit left of that. That I believe came from Walmart. Would have been years ago. Probably used some on one of my tumblers, and the wind is blowing the door open. So hopefully we don't get too much of a glare. It isn't really real sunny out. It is cold for Florida. Good sleeping weather. That's about the only thing the cold in Florida is good for. Makes for good sleeping weather. Michigan, from where I'm from, has really gotten hit this winter with, in certain places, the UP, it's got bad, and they've had to close the bridge down several times, or not necessarily maybe even close it several times, but they've had to govern the speed that you can go over it. That is one heck of a scary bridge, I will tell you. So many people that live there that really are afraid of that bridge. The middle lanes are graded, and the outside lanes are cement. And like in bad weather, where the winds are high enough that they slow the traffic, but they don't close the bridge, it is, I'm gonna add a little bit more Dion Kapoor to that. By the way, I am using Dion Kapoor's Ultra White to put on the back of Hello Kitty, because I figured as long as I've got to get extra, I might just as well get enough extra to do that, and got everything sitting here stuck to each other. So, but I want it to be pretty. This is the older of the sisters to my granddaughter, or older sibling of my granddaughter, not sibling, daughter of my granddaughter, that I helped raise when she was really little. And she was actually born June 6th, and we headed down here from Michigan to move down here on June 6th, and then of course stopped at their place on the, and stayed, I don't know, stayed a few days, and got to visit with her. I've never, miss going up there so much. Okay, so this is, all right, so let's see if I've got enough here to, I'm gonna pour the lid to the pot, to the dispenser first, and I probably should have sprayed alcohol. Shame on me. It's not quite full, so I am going to use my Scribe and go around. It doesn't have a sharp edge, it is dull, it's rounded.
so it's not scratching the... It actually has a little bit of resin also rounded into it. Whoa, don't go getting into my flower there, little guy. Okay, so this, it's funny because usually the lids are so much darker than the bottle, but this almost looks, so I only added one because I didn't want it to be too much. That almost looks like it's going to be lighter. And of course, I end up with too much, but I do have a jar that I made that needs to have a top on it. So I'm going to put this is a knob to put on top of it. I've got the insert for the knob, but of course, got to wait for this to set up a little bit before you can put this metal part in it. Otherwise, it's going to sink to the bottom and not do you any good. So as soon as it gets, I'll give it maybe an hour. Come back out here, and if it's just tacky enough, I will. So now I've got too much. I've got a little bit of red left. I didn't need to add that last part, that last bit. Okay. So I don't know if this is inside in it. Oh, I do have to top this off, don't I, guys? You're probably sitting there saying, Gloria, it needs more on the bottom. That's where the extra was going to go. And believe it or not, this still isn't quite, it's not domed, I don't think. Let me see. It's hard for me to see. These glasses, they're new glasses, but I'll tell you what, I am not happy with them at all. I can actually see better without them than with them. And yeah, glasses are a small fortune nowadays. So I actually ended up pouring just the right amount, and I'm getting some off the bottom, so I'll blend that around. So I think that looks like it domed perfectly. So that was just right. Okay, my kitchen is it's gray and white. So, and I accent with red, so I will use that as a soap dispenser in my own kitchen. Right now I just have plain glass ones, which is all right. Okay, so now let's pour on this Hello Kitty, and then I'm going to call it until we're ready to demold. I'm going to have to, and I have to do the I want to do the coaster for next Wednesday ahead of time. So sometime, I'm going to need some room out here. Part of me almost wants to go back to working on the back counter, but the window is right there, and that's why I moved back here, because it ended up being way too bright. Okay, so anyway, let's see if I've got enough here. This is white, and the sparkle doesn't even show up. So, wow, that's all right. This is a pretty white. I love her Dianca Pours. I use Dianca Pours. I'll turn it around so you can read it. Ultra white is what I used in here. So she'll have a little bit of crystal coming through, and all right, so let's see if, looks like I had too much. What's that? A little bit of a bubble. Okay. I was hoping for a little bit thicker white, but that's all right. She'll love it no matter what. She's just a little sweetheart. I got her those drums, those not regular drums, but the round drum with the numbers. Sounds like you're relaxing and stuff, and I guess she's loving those, learning how to play it. And got one for her sister too, but her sister's a little bit young. She'll get into it. You know, when Sissy gets to going, she'll end up doing the same thing. Okay, so this needs to be cleaned. My tools need to be cleaned, and we are done for right now. I'll see you on demold. Okay, I am back to unmold. For some reason, my phone keeps going off. Now, let's hope it stays on this time. Okay. Now, I guess I'm going to have to do some editing at the end of this, at the start of this one. Anyway, shame on me. We come out here to unmold like I always do. I came out last night and cheated and unmolded a few things. Look at the butterfly. Now I can't see. Look, I did over pour it, and that's the, you know, that's the lesson learned from every time you pour a mold for the first time, is just how far you can go. So I've got a little bit on the back. I'm going to trim off the points, and I'll dress it up, and the pictures at the end will show it all dressed up. But that didn't turn out bad. And look at this. My little jar, my little vase, kind of has a double bottom, because it shows the bottom here, and then there's in the mold, and I debated whether I should do it, it brings it up to here. Probably so it'll sit, but I'm going to see if I can find some tiny little flowers, because there is a little bit of a open center. It does have the open center that I can put something in, but I think I've got another one. I think I have another one on order. It hasn't come in yet. That is those little miniatures are so cute. And then of course I unmolded my rose, my blue rose, no bubbles. Well, you know what? There are bubbles, but that's one I can get. I can correct that. There's a couple of bubbles on the inside. I'll be glad when I get my pressure pot going. I got the lid off finally. And there's that paint part. I've got to find somebody that can chop that bar off. I don't think I can hack that off myself. And then, of course, the doorknob. I forgot to come out in time to get this in, so it was still a little bit mushy, soft. I could squeeze it, so I forced it down in, and it feels like it stayed. This is for a jar that I had poured a few weeks ago, that before I was doing videos, that I'll show when I get this on. It just has a flat lid. It's one of those lids where I reversed it and did the small indentation part clear, and then glued it onto the back on what would basically be the top of the mold, top of the lid, so that the part of the lid that showed, that I wanted to show, was showing, which on this particular one, it wouldn't have made any difference, except I like the back side the best. So I just turned it up. Oh, darn. Now I gotta find it. Whoa, sorry guys. Didn't mean to make you dizzy. Oh, and it did knock it off. Doggone it. Did knock I'll have to find it. It's got to be here somewhere. It did knock it off, so it just means I'll have to crazy glue it on. But this is the knob that'll go on there. That's funny. I didn't hear the metal hit the ground, but that is the knob. That's going to be the same color as our jar. So that is, and this was unbelievable. It was quite easy to unmold. You just push it out, and it. You see when you push it out, it's got the little center thing there that gives you an open center. So let's do one of the other set. I think these are, I don't know if they're rabbits or what they are. I think they were rabbit. Nope, this is a bear. This is a cute little bear. He's got a little, that's weird. Must be something in the mold that has a little hole in the mold because it had a little stick up in his nose. Isn't that cute? And let's see what this one is. See if this is a bear also. Like I said, I was thinking they were rabbits. I thought I had ordered 3 or 4 little rabbits off of Temu. Sometimes I wonder if we get, nope, this is a bear too. Oh, and this is I'll have to do him in clear. This is crystally. Looks like he might be a furry bear. Where are you? Looks like he might be a furry bear. So that was 2 bears. So it means the third one I've got over there that I haven't poured yet is a bear. Okay, so let's do it'll be a soap dispenser for me. Could be lotion. Could be anything that you want it to be. This come off of Amazon, and that's interesting. It's a matte mold. I hope the jar is, because I was thinking this was. I don't mind it being matte. I'm not disliking matte. It's just that I hope that that's funny. There's a little. It's not a bubble. It's like a little indentation there. You know, again, when we get molds that are cheap off of someplace else, we really don't know what we're getting. As far as quality. Okay, so this will be interesting to see how. Now, I hope this is matte, just like the top part is, because I want it to match, obviously. And I'm going to have to do there's a little bit of trimming I'll have to do. I thought I had filled it to the top. And I think it's not quite, no, this isn't. Isn't this strange? I'm going to have to bring it towards me, guys. Sorry. No. Let's see if I can do that one. I really hate to spray alcohol down things, but this won't roll. Let me see. I'll tell you what. Demolding these things gives us our arm exercises, doesn't it? All right, a little bit of alcohol, and I don't know about everybody else, but I use the 91% when I do the spray like that. It's not going in anything. Oh. Okay. All right, so it's going to come. Sorry, you have to have it up against me for leverage, guys. Sorry about that. And this is the jar is shiny. Darn. So that means I might have to use a little bit of UV to shine up the lid. And I want it to match. I'm not one of these fancy people that, you know, everything matches and goes together or whatever. But when it's supposed to go together, it should. And getting this back in is going to be a bigger trick than taking it apart, just about. All right. I think I'm getting it. And again, I probably should have had gloves on, touching it with my fingers. I didn't put any lotion on my hands this morning, so, and I come out here just with washed hands, so hopefully that won't make any difference. All right, but this is pretty. Look at that. Look at that jar. But its lid is matte. Good, bad, I don't know. And it does fit right in there. And then I've got the inserts that go in, that glue in. That's pretty. I used the Octopus ink in the red with a little bit of diamond crystal. You can see that, and a little bit of gold. Very pretty. So what do I do, guys? Do I UV the shine to this? Because even if I had it upside down, the sides are going to be pretty. It actually is very, I like that. I'm gonna have to do that again. I don't have bathroom counters. I have pedestal sinks. You know, my house was built in the 60s where families didn't, you know, the bathrooms were just enough to be a bathroom. Oh, here, let's take this out. This is one of my gems. The one that I had left with the white. So I'll have finished pictures when I post the pictures on the end. All right. This is the Let's Resin. I think it's the Pointsettia jar, which is probably the one I should have did the red in, but red is my, like I said, red is my gloves, Gloria, on this one for sure. And I'm down to, I think, maybe one more pair of these black gloves that I got from Temu that split really easily. Okay. Now, I haven't seen anybody unmold this, so I don't know. There are a few bubbles, micro bubbles. You can't feel them, but you can see them on the very bottom. Darn. Need to get my pressure pot going. Okay, so let's just push. Let's push like we're having a child. All right. This isn't that easy. Need to have a third hand. I might have to go get my grandson to pull this out. No, it's slowly letting loose. Slowly letting loose. Come on. A little bit more. Whoa. You can see where it's let loose over here. It's still got a grip on that side. So let's go over here. And I do see a couple of bubbles, darn. All right. Come on. I can't get my fingers up underneath there. Come on, let go. Whoo-wee. Okay, oops. Okay, let me get this. It is amazing the suction that is created. Oh my goodness sakes. You're a booger. Thank goodness it's nice and thick. They used a nice thick template. Nice. Wonder what that, I guess that's supposed to be, I wonder what that is. That's supposed to be a stem or something? It's all the way around. There's 4. Like maybe there's, at one point had something that set inside it maybe. I do have to do, I probably will do just UV resin, or if I have some clear, to dome it off, because it did, even though I had it domed, I thought I had it domed, it shrunk back enough. And I really do hate trimming these things because it never quite looks the same. There's a little bit of a gouge right there, but that is pretty. I'm going to leave it just plain probably. I might maybe put, I don't know. I like crystal. Kind of wish I'd left, excuse me, the hiccups. I haven't had the hiccups in 100 years. Kind of wish I'd left it just with the 1 drop. This is pretty, but it would have been more like maybe the old glass if it had been just 1 drop of color. That's pretty, very good. All right, so that is it. I do want to show you from a couple of days ago when I posted the video of the vase that I got from Temu that had the wrong lid, and it was odd shape. Well, it's still, I keep it in one of these containers because it does keep it round, but as soon as it pops out, it goes a little bit odd shape. It is gorgeous. I put just a little bit of gold. I got gold on the ring, gold down here, and I just kind of outline the edges in the center with gold metallic marker. But see, as soon as I take it out of there, it retains a little bit. So I'm going to keep leaving it, but I did trim the bottom. I just cut it. I didn't sand it. I just cut it, so there really isn't much. I will use my, I've got auto scratch repair that I've been using. But see, you can see how it doesn't, the lid isn't, it's not the right lid, period, for it. And I really think in the long run, this is probably was made, I don't know, because if it was oblong, wouldn't the base have been kind of oblong too, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. But I'm going to keep it in here for a few days, maybe a week, maybe another week. Let it cure. But it's pretty. Very pretty. It's too bad it's the wrong lid. And before it's completely done, I may end up deciding to sand it all the way down so there's no thin lip, because the lip doesn't make any difference. That has nothing to do with the jar. But I see if I set it down in here and I bring it down into around the ring of it so that it's all within the ring of the lid or of the jar, of the plastic container, it tends to be round. This may just be ending up being one of those really cheap, cute jars on YouTube. kind of disappointed because that was really, I mean, it presented as a on YouTube on Temu. It presented as a round. Because I did go back and check. It presented it as a round jar. Anyway, that is it. There will be pictures, finished pictures to follow. And we will see you on the next time. Bye.